What's up, YouTube? Ugh. I'm gonna do that video on the media. What am I up to? It's the morning and I'm chilling with my doggy. She's so cute. She's just a sleepyhead. She's gonna go back to sleep now though. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, just doing homework. I want to do a video on the Illuminati, not Illuminati, but the media. I was thinking about doing a video on the Illuminati, but I can tell you a little something because it does have something to do with the media. It does have something to do with the media, so I will get a little into that. Media, though, how media works. See, the human mind is programmed. See, in today's society, at least, it is because it is brainwashed to an extent where you're pretty much raising your kids and knowing what you know. And the thing is, a lot of people in today's society, they only know fear, and that's what it comes and it keeps going through each generation due to the parenting, because that's all people know is fear. The news, fear; ads, fear; commercials, fear; TV shows, fear, or some kind of negative impact on the generation whatsoever. That's all they know. That's why a bunch of religious bigots, they don't want their kids watching MTV. They don't want them watching any of that stuff because they've lived that life, or so to say, and they know the bad in it, so they don't let their kids watch that stuff because it's based on fear and stuff that can kill you and blah 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 blah. It's all negative. It's all negative. But how the media works, though, it's all based on money. If you were, say you were in the media, you were advertising positive stuff, talking about positive stuff, no one would really watch it because people like the negative stuff. For some reason, people like the negative stuff. That's the only thing that catches people's attention. Because, say, I don't know, if we did reports on the good things that are happening while our troops are out there in Afghanistan or whatever, and the good stuff that happened, they ain't going to report that because people ain't going to watch it, which I think is total bullshit. Because, those people, they sacrifice so much for us, man. They don't deserve any kind of negative talk. They deserve as much positivity as possible, really, especially in the media. Because I really hate it when people have like a negative outlook on our troops and stuff. And some people who have negative outlook on our troops are freaking American citizens, which sicken me. That's getting off subject, but the media, though, man, that's how they do it. That's how they make their money. It's all fear based, and for example, about the fluoride water scare, the filters, it's all fear, just to make you buy stuff, spend your money, all that stuff. And what's another thing? Organic foods. People scared of the chemicals and all that crap. Organic foods are like $5 more or something like that, and really, organic is not it's not an FDA approved thing to put on your thing. So anyone can really put organic on anything, and it won't be organic because it's not FDA approved or something. I don't know much about the food processing industry, but it's not approved to have organic. There's no copyright on it. There's no nothing. There is no official organic food that you can use that. And I got that from Dr. Oz. Man, you learn a bunch of stuff from some of these shows, though. You learn a bunch of stuff from, and Dr. Oz, man, he talks a lot of good stuff, man. I mean, I'm not advertising for him, but back when we watched it here, he talked about some really good stuff, and I don't even know if they still play his show because we don't watch it no more. Now we're more into the Steve Harvey show, so we're watching that. But anyway, getting off topic again. But yeah, though, that's how it works. It's all about safety for your health and safety for all this stuff and blah blah blah. It's a fear-based thing. It's a fear-based factor. If you're not catching on, I don't really know how to explain it more I can't explain it because it's morning time. I mean, I'm freestyling this. I'm not looking at notes. I'm just coming clear off the top of my head. And but yeah, if you're not catching on, I don't know how else to explain it. You can look it up on Google how the media is negative, and pretty sure you'll find a bunch of stuff on it. But negativity is what sells. That's the only thing that sells. Form positivity will not sell that much. Viewing ratings would go down. People want to see the drama, and that's why they have reality shows that are actually fake. Sorry to break it to you, most reality shows are fake because it's all drama. But yeah, that's the stuff that sells, and that's the stuff that impacts society. I mean, music. So it's a lot of negative stuff in music. Drugs, gangs. Life that is very frowned upon, but that it's glorified when it comes to music, and that's what affects society. The music, and and that's also what sells. I mean, who's gonna buy? Are you gonna buy some music where people are talking positive stuff? See, that's what this is a good example of how negativity sells. That's why, like, most music is all about getting your bitches and pimps and hoes and drugs. Emo music for the suicide stuff. That's the stuff that people are into. They're into that dramatic stuff. They're into that negative stuff. That's what sells. See, now I'm pretty sure a lot of people can catch on now that that it is negativity that sells. I mean, the grindcore, death metal, and deathcore, all about killing and murder and mutilation, and that's the stuff that sells. Negative stuff sells. No one's gonna buy some positive stuff. But you see, this is where it affects society. As in, like, that you have your mature audience, people who understand that it is for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. It's like watching a movie. That's basically how I look at music. It's like watching a movie. I mean, that's why I like my horrorcore music. Sorry, I like my horrorcore music. I'll dabble with some death metal every now and then. It's like a literal movie, but you're listening to it. So it's all good. But then you have the immature audience who really are into these things, and they're psychopaths. And see, this is how the negative impact happens on society, and which it goes into parenting, and those parents raise their kids into believing that stuff. It's an on and on process which affects society as a whole. This is how negativity has an impact on society. But yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? Those people start glorifying murder, and they're like really into it. When any artist you talk to, they will tell you it's for entertainment purposes. I mean, for example, some of the horror books, Stephen King, for example, he writes some horror movies. It doesn't mean he's a fucking demented psychopath that's hospitalized in an asylum. No, he's like a really intelligent dude. He likes writing horror books. It's similar to that, basically. But but that's a good example of how media negatively impacts. And as for the fluoride water square, it's a negative impact, which is trying to sell water filters. That is the only way they will get your attention, is if you are in fear. If you are not in fear, they won't have your attention. They'll only have like a little bit of percentage of attention. They won't have as much percentage as they got. I could get into more stuff, more controversial topics, but I'd rather not. Because really, I really don't want no drama and stuff. But there's tons of, you can just look it up for yourself. Now, as for the Illuminati, The Illuminati, a lot of people have a misconception of it. I was on Facebook a while back ago. Someone was posting something about Illuminati, which is total fake bullshit. Because you know what? I like reading philosophy. I like studying culture, religions, and just to have a I like to know what people are, their beliefs are and stuff like that. Because sometimes some of that stuff enhances how I live my life. So I read into that stuff. I find it fascinating. A lot of people find philosophy and stuff boring because there's no imagination to it whatsoever. But really, I'm one of those people who cannot get into science fiction. I can't get into it because my imagination is just horrible. I mean, I wish I could read those books, and people say they're reading it. Oh my God, it's like watching a movie because you're imagining it. I can't do that. It's like I'm just looking at a piece of paper. So when I read my philosophy books, I'm not really reading it. I have a notebook, and I'm taking notes as I read, and that's how I remember. It's a really effective way. I mean, I used it through school to get through school. Of course, it was really crappy. Sometimes I just read the chapter over and over again, just cramming it in my brain, or I just took sample notes. Stuff works too. But anyway, what was I talking about? I was talking about how I read stuff and it enhances my living. Yeah, frick. Oh yeah, the Illuminati. Illuminati though. See, people got a misconception. They got a religious, in fear based. I mean, the Illuminati is only scary to other companies. Basically, there's nothing for us humans, us citizens, to be afraid of this so-called Illuminati. You see, the Illuminati, there's nothing religious to it. See, that's the Christian, Catholic, Muslim, etc. conception of Illuminati to put you in fear, so you go to church. And the thing is, that impact, see, since Christianity and Muslim is the majority in here in America, Christianity, Mormons, Muslims, etc. Since those are the majority here, we got a different conception on everything. Everything is different here. Everyone has a misconception, and it's all. And Illuminati is basically religiously promoted, and it's a negative Satan factor, and Satan and all this stuff, and it's evil. That's not the conception at all. No. See, you will understand if you weren't, if you're not thinking in a religious perspective, or however you pronounce that word, prospect, whatever. If you're not looking at Illuminati in that kind of aspect, you will actually learn to see that Illuminati, I mean, yes, there is a secret organization, but it's not to gain power for Satan or whatever. No. Just listen to that. That sounds really pathetic. But it's really big companies getting together to monopolize the stock markets, monopolize the media, stuff like that. Because, see, the reason they are secret, because it's illegal to monopolize stock markets and illegal to monopolize the media, because everyone needs a fair chance. But there are groups that get together to monopolize the stock markets and the industry and all that stuff. I mean, McDonald's, for an example, and McDonald's and Burger King, for example. McDonald's is a fine example of monopolizing. I think they did actually do an illegal monopoly one time at in the stock market, because what they do is they use a really cheap meat that barely meets health requirements, but it is FDA approved, but it barely meets the requirements, and that's how they have the dollar menu and all that stuff. That is an example of monopoly. And McDonald's, as you can see, they're starting to go worldwide. I don't know about Burger King, but I know Burger King is their competition. Burger King is, I think Burger King just around there. I mean, it's nowhere near where McDonald's. McDonald's is a fine example of monopolizing. And there's plenty of other companies in the stock market. I'm not very educated on the stock markets. I don't get into the stock markets. I really could care less. But the fluoride water scare, basically, they're saying that our government wants to kill us, and they're poisoning us through the tap water. That's total false, because our economy is based on money. Money is what keeps the economy going round. Without money, our government will go to shit. So, I mean, you gotta think of that. Shit. But yeah, they wouldn't kill us though. So you guys don't have nothing to worry about, because we are their customers, and they get us from the media and the negative stuff that keeps us in. We keep giving money to them. Yeah, shit. I want us to talk about that controversial subject, but you know what? It's just I can leave that for another video, because a lot of people were affected by that, and I'm pretty sure some of the people, if you're a conspiracy theorist and you're really into this type of stuff, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to be respectful here, because a lot of people were affected by that, what happened, but it's just all example of monopoly, and how that's all it is though. It's money based. And as for people like doing like symbols and stuff in their music, and people are saying it's of Illuminati, that's a form of being closed-minded and a religious bigot. Everyone's gonna have different religious views, and everyone has their own perspective on religion, outcome, philosophy. Everyone has their own outcome. They have a right to do that, and I really hate it whenever I hear religious bigots saying, "Oh, he's a fucking Satan worshiper. He's evil as hell." Because he sounds so stupid. It's I mean, for example, like I was watching this video. This religious person was doing a video on how the gays have impacted rap music and rap culture, and oh my god, there was so much freaking hate in that video. It's like, wow. And you call yourself a peaceful religion, and they're talking about how evil it is to be gay, and evil, so much evil and all this stuff. It's like, oh, okay. And I put a comment in there. I said, okay, so who gives a crap if there's gay people in the rap game? How is their lifestyle affecting your lifestyle? I mean, everyone is their own individual, and everyone's gonna do what pleases them. How is that affecting them? Now I'm just going into how religion is just freaking evil, and I'm not gonna get into that, because touchy subject. But I mean, I really don't care about a touchy subject, but yeah, I can go into detail, because religion, philosophy, that is my freaking it's my thing. I love debating, and it's fun debating, especially, I mean, I've had people, we debate, of course we never agreed on anything, but at the end of the day, it's like, man, that was some fun stuff, man. We need to do this again, bro. And but yeah, if I get to 18-minute video, I'm gonna cut it short. I hope this opens some minds out there to help people not be freaking closed-minded. You guys gotta stop being closed-minded and religious bigots. Quit being bigoted. Yeah, the economy is all about money. Negative stuff on the TV. You can be mature and look at it as it's just for entertainment purposes. You don't need to freaking give into it, because that's how they make the money. That's just a summary. It's about to be a 20-minute video, so I'm cutting it close. I'm cutting it. You know what I mean? It's morning. I gotta do the rest of my homework, because it is due today. So I'm out. I hope this opens some minds out there. And if you're offended, I really hope not. because that's not my intention. You just misheard me. But if you're offended, I really don't care. That's you. I'm gonna do me, and I'm out. Peace.